Nevertheless is another unconventional show which is based on a webtoon of the same name. And talking about different themes involved in the show, we have witnessed that the show promised to show a different or realistic portrayal of dating and relationships in the current day and age. So, what I thought about the themes involved in the show is that there was a realistic portrayal of dating and relationships in the current day and age. So, what I thought about the themes involved in the show is that there was a casual attitude regarding the relationships of both the protagonist, the female, as well as the male. Also, the other characters involved in the show also had a very casual attitude towards relationship, which was very contrasting to what was been discussed or been shown in the history of Korean drama. Another thing that I noticed during the duration of the show was that the show was brutally honest, at least in the first half. It was brutally honest. It was very confusing while watching both the protagonists do the same mistakes that we have done. It was absolutely relatable. I wouldn't say that very relatable because, of course, there was a lot amount of fiction and no two people can be the same, right? But yeah, there was some amount of realism in the show. It was not all happy and all rosy like other shows, like which I am a great fan of, like Crash Landing on You or Goblin. Those shows have give us another level of standards of romance, but this show is more on the casual or realistic side of it. The inconclusivity of the relationship that the both main protagonists shared was very relatable. The disappointments, the mistakes that the main protagonists did, that the she's doing what she's doing is unhealthy, is toxic. Not only toxic, it is self-destructive to the extent that it is going to come back to her when she is going to regret what she is doing right now. But yeah, the desire couldn't be subsided for the time being. Also, I noticed there were a lot of tropes involved in the drama. Okay, despite it being realistic, there were a lot of tropes that the creators didn't bail on because they wanted to do a hit show. Of course, everyone wants to do a hit show, and they stuck to these tropes regardless. Like, for example, I really didn't understand the need of a second male lead. I thought his arrival in the show was quite late, and it was absolutely unnecessary, where I did not care about him at all or his feelings or anything. And Nabi was just like, it was just a rebound sort of a thing when she was going to him to hang out. I think it was just to forget the main male protagonist. I don't remember his name. Song Kang played him beautifully. I also don't understand the lack of depth in the character of male protagonist. I do not understand why he was the way he was, but I think it is understandable in that way because in real life also we think that there is a way to understand these sort of people who play casual relationships or get involved in these, but there is no explanation to that, right? I don't know what sort of childhood or trauma you have had to take relationships casually or have commitment issue. I'm not a psychologist, I know, but the lack of depth made me not feel very much about the male lead. Yeah, it was sort of annoying after a point of time. Like, he was talking to multiple girls at the same time, and although I do not have any problem with that, it was sort of annoying because I am it was sort of annoying personally. The last trope that was involved in the show, which was very unrealistic, although the show was quite realistic, but the this trope was very unrealistic. It was the happy ending which annoyed me the most. Because in real life, fuck boys don't get turned over, they don't return, and yeah, they don't get better for anyone. I don't agree with this. Especially for a girl like Nabi, they don't return. That is my completely my opinion. Okay, that's what I found. What a trope was in Korean dramas. You usually have happy endings. Although the show did not have a happy ending, they I thought I think they necessarily made it a happy ending because of just for the sake of it, right? What kept me going during the process of the show was the portrayal of art and desire throughout the 10 episodes. It is so beautifully portrayed that I couldn't stop watching it because of the cinematography, because of the sculpting, because of the pottery, and whatever art form was involved in the show. The in the art school, Hanso, he looked so pretty doing it. So I think that was something which was completely different. I haven't witnessed it in any sort of show, American or Indian or Korean, and it was something fresh. It was not, your typical sort of a profession for the main leads. But yeah, I think that's what kept me going. I wanted to see the art piece that Nabis was going to produce, and I wanted to stay involved in the process of the art school and all the learning there. Also, what I really liked in the show was one lesbian couple. I don't remember their names, but yeah, it was, I think, the first representation of a lesbian couple I've seen in Korean dramas, and it was, I think, it was a little bit off place. I think it was not portrayed as it should have. It was portrayed as a sort of friendship, which both characters couldn't understand what it was. Although in the later part of the show they did come to dating and into a relationship, but that was also not gone into depth as much as I have wished it to go. So yeah, that is about Nevertheless. Tell me in the comment section if you liked the show. You can watch it on Netflix. I gave it 8 star. I gave it 8 stars out of 10. I deducted 2 stars because of the 1 star because of the happy ending because it was unrealistic, and 1 star because of the lack of depth in Song Kang's show, in Song Kang's character. I think that would have made the show better. So thank you for coming along. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe. Bye.